I see the ball jarred loose, but it is not ever out of his control. I don't think the ball ever touches the ground.
There's no question the ball pops up, but I thought his hand was under it at the time.
I did too.
I got to see one that tells me something differently, you know?
After review, it has been determined that the receiver did not maintain possession of the football.
He reached over the goal line. Why is that not a catch?
In the mid-1900s, technological advances and ideas were on the rise in the United States, leading to the creation of more and more useful technological tools. One such tool was instant replay, which was invented by Tony Verna, a producer of television, sports, and entertainment born in 1933. In an attempt to enhance the game of football, and sports as a whole, the invention of instant replay impacted the sports world by improving the viewing experience for the average fan, transforming the way officiating works, and evolving the overall status of how different games are played. During and after World War II, the sports industry faced many challenges as players were drafted into military service and attendance declined. However, as the war came to a close, leagues such as Major League Baseball saw a rapid rise in attendance and began integrating more players of color. The growth in sports entertainment led to a need for upgraded technology to keep fans engaged. One major frustration for football fans was the downtime between plays, which could last for several minutes. This created an opportunity for innovation, and Tony Verna began developing the concept of instant replay. Despite economic challenges during the recession of 1960 to 61, Verna was determined to improve the game of football and make it more exciting for viewers. Instant replay was first introduced to a national audience following the assassination of President Kennedy, when viewers were glued to their TVs for news updates. This innovation would go on to revolutionize the way we watch and enjoy sports.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You'll excuse the fact that I'm out of breath, but about 10 or 15 minutes ago, a tragic thing, from all indications at this point, has happened in the city of Dallas. Let me quote to you this. And you'll excuse me if I am out of breath. A bulletin. This is from the United Press, from Dallas. President Kennedy and Governor John Connally have been cut down by assassins' bullets in downtown Dallas.
Instant replay was first introduced in sports during the 1963 Army versus Navy football game. This game was a somber occasion. The game had been postponed due to Kennedy's assassination.
After the president was assassinated, we were alerted that there was consideration being given to whether the game should be played at all. My own feelings were, this is not about us now. It's about this grieving family, what they feel is appropriate. My teammates were ready to support whatever decision was made.
At the time, Army had a 7-3 record and Navy was 9-1. This was a massive rivalry game and offered Verna a perfect opportunity to implement his new technology into the sports world. The invention of instant replay was nearly deterred due to the economy. Though economic growth was increasing at a steady rate, inflation grew equal to it. But this didn't deter Verna, who was determined to create a game-breaking invention and change the way sports were watched forever, regardless of the cost.
Stickway climaxes a 59-yard drive as he carries the last 10 yards for the first score of the game.
Verna forged this new technological frontier with extreme success. The instant replay device involved tape decks with the size of refrigerators and was housed in a giant truck. Verna was extremely unsure of whether or not it would succeed. At the time, networks needed 15 minutes to queue up tape and show a play again. Verna managed to cut that number down to less than 20 seconds. This caused much excitement through the broadcasting booth and everyone behind the scenes. Fans were in awe too as they watched a never-before-seen technological advance unfold.
As soon as instant replay was used for the first time, there was immediate confusion among the viewers.
Nobody knew it was coming. It was like, we're going to try something this game. This will be the first time we ever used it. Bango, it happened. And Lindsay, to keep the people from being confused, said Army has not scored again. That's how he explained it to the viewers. And by that time, the play was over.
This shock among the viewers was short-lived and soon turned from confusion to excitement at this newfound technology. Not only were fans able to now see more of what the broadcaster sees, but referees could now review plays and confirm their calls. In Week 1 of the 1986 NFL football season, the Cleveland Browns found themselves on the right side of the first use of instant replay in an NFL regular season game. After a review of a controversial fumble, instant replay cleared up any doubts of the outcome of the play.
Just the football before it went out. It's touchdown.
So the use of the instant replay on the third play from scrimmage in the new year already. The new rule in the National Football League, use of a instant replay official, has given the Browns a touchdown on an otherwise very confusing play.
Instant replay managed to immediately impact football in ways that were not deemed possible before. The reduction of downtime between plays for the viewers, the ability of officials to review plays and reverse calls, and the overall improvement of the standards of football made instant replay an automatic success and a soon-to-be permanent factor of football. Over time, instant replay quickly gained traction. New rules were introduced to football and later baseball, basketball, and other sports. After the comfort of using instant replay and learning how to operate screw, major changes to sports were implemented. In 1999, the challenge flag was added to the NFL. This gave teams the opportunity to challenge on-field calls of plays. Officials would then stop the game to review the play to see if they made the right call or not. As instant replay's success grew, so did its impact in other sports. In the 2019-2020 NBA season, they experimented with the challenge of plays, and it has been a part of the NBA since. On top of football and basketball, instant replay has been added to Major League Baseball and soccer. Instant replay also managed to greatly enhance the viewing experience of the audience, who are now able to see what the broadcaster sees.
So to be reversed, it has to be, what's the word again?
Conclusive.
No, it's here.
As impactful as instant replay is on rule changes in the viewers, it also greatly affects the officials.
We officiate the game as we see it, our judgment and being trained to be in position to make the call. If we, in our human nature, miss a call, that instant replay is there to get it right.
If there's a grievous error out there that's going to decide a football game, let's use instant replay.
I agree with you 100%.
As helpful as instant replay can be for officials, it wasn't initially welcomed with open arms.
I didn't like it when it came out the first 6 years where the replay man had total control.
They look discombobbled in the replay booth.
Referees felt as if their confidence and play-calling ability was being stripped from them. Fans, coaches, and players would become frustrated at officials for getting a seemingly foolproof call wrong, even with instant replay. Not only was it a hindrance to officials at first, but it also caused games to increase in time and for crucial moments in intense games to be delayed. The current instant replay process can take over 10 minutes to get a call right. LSU head coach Brian Kelly expressed frustration after at least 5 review calls during a game caused it to take nearly 4 hours to complete. Kelly said, "My biggest concern is that we're just slowing the game down." Coming into the 2022 college football season, the average college football game took nearly 3.5 hours to complete. Instant replay reviews can cause an ongoing increase of game time and an annoyance among fans of the elongated time periods between plays. Instant replay also consumes large amounts of money to function, and many major sports are spending millions of dollars a year just to keep instant replay running. The NFL spends about $4 million a year on instant replay, and the MLB can sometimes spend well into 8 figures on instant replay. Since its invention, instant replay has continuously impacted many different aspects of sports over time, and will continue to evolve and change the game. It provides many benefits to sports, but depending on the perspective, its lasting effects can also be seen as negative. In the end, why does the invention of instant replay matter? Instant replay has and will continue to have a monumental impact on sports as a whole. It has become a frontier technology in past and modern sports. Through the evolution of instant replay, viewers now have the capability to watch sports games with constant action through the instantaneous replay of plays. Officiating calls are now rarely wrong.
And when it came back again, the equipment was high-tech and the system was good. It's added a lot to the game.
He's got it wrapped up tight.
And the problems go away when something really big has been corrected.
Across the world, the introduction of instant replay to nearly every sport has caused improvements in what needed to be fixed. The abilities that instant replay has given the viewers, announcers, officials, coaches, and even players to positively impact the game will forever exist as an extremely meaningful frontier in technological and sports history.